swimming's a sport, bodybuilding's a lifestyle. So
Yeah.
that's where, as soon as I realised I wanted to be good at it, I started thinking, right, well, yes, it's a boring, very sort of almost monk life pursuit. You want to
Yeah.
be. I go to the bed at the same time every day, wake up at the same time every day, have my meals at the same time every day, train at the same time every training day. Drink the same amount of water, take the same amount of salt. Have 1 week off a year over Christmas normally, outside of maybe managing rest if needed. Rarely get ill, and I think anyone at the top of most sports would agree that maybe not to that extreme, but you've got to be pretty much there, especially in bodybuilding that is a more genetically disposed sport. If you haven't got that, you need to make sure you're maximising every other variable, because obviously, like my starting physique, 80 kilos wet through, you never, you don't look at me, you look at a young Ronnie Coleman and you think, wow, small waist, nice muscle bellies.
Yeah.
You look at young Josh Maley and you think, maybe a marathon runner. I mean, so I was like, right, well, what do I love doing it, and I need to make sure that I do it to the best of my ability, because what's the point? It's such an awkward.
Did you figure that out quite early then, obviously, for you to say that? So you figured that out quite early, that you need to go that extra mile as such?
I just didn't see why you wouldn't. I don't see why you wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's been my mindset throughout is, I want to be the best I can at it. I didn't know what that was, but you want to take care of every aspect, tick all the boxes, so to speak, as cliche as that sounds. And I suppose as well, when, elephant in the room with bodybuilding, I'm a complete untested federation. So you've got the drug side of things, and with that, the last thing I want to do is take drugs and not make sure that I'm managing every other thing, because they are the cherry on the top. They're not the foundation. If the foundation isn't there, then I don't have that right. You know what I mean? So I don't want to take something that is going to long term affect my health in some way without making sure that I'm going to maximise everything I can out of what I'm able to do and what they're able to add to the equation.
Yeah. What would you say, as a little bit of a spin-off question, because I feel like you'd have a good thing to say about this? Because what you've just said there, right, is so obvious and so clear, and so, I'm not going to say easy, because it's not easy, right, but
simple.
Yes, and that's what I was about to say. It's simple to understand, right? Now, what would you say to somebody let's just pick a person? I'm sure we can all pick someone when we say this, but let's just say somebody that's taking drugs, that's not really taking their nutrition that serious, and they're probably smashing themselves to fuck in the gym, and they don't need to do that bit. So that the drugs, they don't need to go as extreme. They're smashing themselves in the gym and getting injured and wondering why. Do you know what I mean? So that missing link is taking the food that a little bit more serious. What would you say that they need to do without just saying the obvious thing? Because you know what I'm trying to say? Because I know the obvious thing is stop being a dickhead, sort your nutrition out, but it's not that easy, is it? Why do people not take it that serious?
I think because it's easy to just take a bit of gear. It's not easy to prepare your meals for the day, every single day, day in, day out. Like the nutrition is the lifestyle. The nutrition is the hard part, because that is the bit, training. I'm pretty sure anyone in bodybuilding, powerlifting, strongman, the training's what gets them up in the morning. Training what fires you up. You feel your best. You feel at peace when you're training. You exercise your demons, all of that.
So that becomes the easy part.
Yeah, that's the part that, anyone can do that if they love it. But again, the boring, simple shit of eating consistently is, and again, bodybuilding foods, there's not, there's only X amount of foods out there that are gonna, and bodybuilding being different as well, that we do want to try not to lay down unnecessary body weight in terms of body fat, because at the end of the day, our whole purpose is to be absolutely, fat free,
shredded. Yeah.
So therefore, the kind of food choices that we opt towards are going to be slightly more monotonous and slightly more boring. It is just like resetting and looking at it as a whole. Like I said, it's a pyramid, and drugs are at the top in terms of the final thing, but it's the layers underneath that need to be brick by brick. Yeah,
and people need to rethink their outcome, don't they?
And I think as well, if anyone is in that position and is listening, hopefully you might have done your blood work. I'm probably presuming that if you're in that position, you might not be overly kind of in tune with it, but maybe get some blood work and give yourself a little bit of a shock. Because then you'll see, and you know, I've corrected my blood work, clients' blood works, through altering nutrition. You know, the better quality of food you eat, regardless of anything else, that can impact that. And you know, if that could then be your reason to think, right, I need to be more serious about this. And I think anyone who does it for, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, you probably feel better. You feel less bloated, you feel more energy, you train better, you recover better, and then you might start to actually think, I get this now.